This is a trick from the Beatles to make your writing less boxy and more fluid and engaging. So the trick is this: you write a normal 8-bar section of a song in 2 groups of 4s that are the same, and then you cut off the last bar and you replace it with a 2-bar tag. This will then make the section 9 bars long, or 7 plus 2. You could also do this with 5 plus 2 or 7 plus 4, really anything you can imagine, but I'll play you some different examples to give you the idea. First, here it is in Ticket to Ride.
I don't know why she's riding so high. Sure to think twice, sure to do right by me. Before she gets to saying goodbye. Sure to think twice, sure to do right by me.
So you'd probably expect a 9-bar section to sound awkward, but this one actually sounds fluid and natural, and it also helps to break up the flow and the monotony of the regular songwriting, and the 2-bar tag actually provides some contrast as well. Now I'll show you an example from Get Back. Now Get Back's a really good example because there are 2 different choruses where one of them is 8 bars and then one of them is modified to be 7 plus 2. Anyway, here's a normal chorus in Get Back with just 8 bars. Now I'll play you the other chorus in Get Back, which uses the 7 plus 2 modification of this chorus. Notice how the last word of the melody lands on the downbeat of that 8th bar, which helps to cue up the feeling of a strong downbeat for the 2-bar section that then overrides the natural feeling of the 8-bar section that you're interrupting.
Get back, back to where you once belonged. Get back, get back. Where you once belonged.
So this song's really instructive because it's got both the 8-bar chorus and the 7 plus 2-bar chorus, so you can compare the two and see what changes to allow you to use this trick. So they also do the same trick in I Want to Hold Your Hand, but instead of 7 plus 2, it's 7 plus 4. Now this is really good for you because the difference between a 2-bar tag and a 4-bar tag doesn't really make it more complicated to do. So here's the chorus in I Want to Hold Your Hand. It's going to be a 7-bar chorus and a 4-bar tag, making an 11-bar section.
And when I touch you, I feel happy inside. It's such a feeling that my love I can hide, I can hide, I can hide. Yeah, you.
Now you might be thinking, maybe the way the melody was going just made this the more natural thing to do. So I edited this chorus to only be 8 bars, and you'll be able to hear that they could have easily done an 8-bar chorus, but instead decided to add this little 4-bar tag to have the big vocal build up. So here's what I Want to Hold Your Hand would sound like if they had just a regular 8-bar chorus.
And when I touch you, I feel happy inside. It's such a feeling that my love I can hide, yeah, you.
So you can see how that 4-bar tag really does actually break up the flow of the song and add a new and engaging section to the song form. Now I'll play you one more example, but first I want to talk about the 2 principles that are being used here: turnarounds and elision. Now turnaround is a commonly used thing in music. It's basically just a transition, and say you've got a 16-bar section, usually the turnaround would just be the last 1 or 2 bars of that to help turn you around and repeat the section, bring you back to the start of the section. So that's really what these tags are, is just a little turnaround at the end. But then they're also using a less commonly known technique called elision. Elision is when you take 2 different sections of a song and slide them together so that they overlap in time. It's sort of like those rhymes that kids use when they're jumping rope, where like every phrase of it is elided together. So if you take Going Straight to Hell and Hello Operator and slide them together, it would make Going Straight to Hello Operator, right? We've all heard that. So that's really what the Beatles are doing here. They're taking a main section and a turnaround section and they're eliding them together. If they didn't slide them together, there would probably just be an extra little bar of waiting in between where the lyrics end and the next section starts. And by sliding them together, it sort of steals your attention and forces it in a new direction, which is a really engaging songwriting technique. Now I'll play you the verse from yesterday, which actually uses a 5-bar plus 2-bar section. And this specific 2-bar tag is probably the most recognizable of all the ones that we've heard so far.
Yesterday All my troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday.
And that's the Beatles 2-bar tag trick. By employing both turnarounds and elision, you can add short tags to the ends of sections to make your writing a little less boxy, a little less formulaic, and a little more engaging to the listener. It breaks up the flow of conventional symmetrical 8-bar sections and offers you a little bit more fluidity in your writing, a little bit more control to do uneven groups of bars in sections without it sounding forced or awkward.